Hi, in this tutorial we're going to show you how to practice the G major scale extended position. So before we get started, grab your music sheet, G major scale extended position, and be a good idea to take some notes on the paper if you need to. Okay, before we get started, keep in mind the G scale has 1 sharp in it, F sharp. And hopefully you did the preceding tutorial where you've located all your notes for the G scale extended position. Now we're going to get into the fingering that's preferred and the picking, and we're going to show you how to practice a G major scale extended position. What's good about this is that it utilizes a lot more of the fretboard. You can see that it covers more fretboard. We're just playing 2 strings, the E string and the A string, 1 and 2 strings, 2nd string, 1st string. Going up the fretboard, we'll be playing from the 2nd fret all the way up to the 10th fret. The fingering that I'm using will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll be calling it a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 finger, 2 finger, 3 finger, 4 finger. Okay, starting on the 2nd string, the G note, 3rd fret, I'm going to go 2, 4, 1st string, 1, 2, 4, slide up with my 1st finger on the 7th fret, 1, 3, 4. Okay, one more time. Starting from the G string, the G note on the 2nd string with my 2nd finger, so that the fingering will be 2, 4, 1st string, 1, 2, 4, slide up with the 1st finger to the 7th fret, and then 1, 3, 4. Okay? Okay, now that's the fingering that I'm going to use. Some other fingering that's possible is what seems to be popular is that a lot of players like to use just 3 fingers, these 3. So maybe something like 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. Slide up with your 1st finger to the 7th fret, 1, and then here we go, some variations, 3, 3. Okay, so all I did was put my ring finger down and slide it up 1 fret. Let me try that one more time for you. So G note, 1, 3, next string, 1, 2, 3, slide up with the 1st finger to the 7th fret, 1, 3, slide that 3rd finger up. Okay, or you can go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so in other words, you could go 1, 3, next string, 1, 2, 3, slide up to the 7 with the 1st finger, 1, 2, 3. So give it a try. See what fingering you're comfortable with. Pause the tutorial. By the way, you can pick with a thumb, 1st finger, 2nd finger, whatever is comfortable for you. Some folks who are maybe a little more advanced, you can maybe try or work on the double finger, 1 index middle. Okay, choose what's comfortable. Give that a try. Try the fingering. Pause the tutorial. Take out about a good 5 minutes. Try out the different fingering. See what's comfortable. And then when you're ready, come on back. We'll get started in about a second. Okay. So you tried it out. You figured out what fingering you want to use and how you're going to pick it. So we're going to try it one more time. You're more than welcome to use my fingering. The benefits about using my fingering is that you're always using the baby finger, so you're always keeping it relatively in practice, and you have the dexterity going, so if you have to use it later, it's not hard to adapt to whatever new thing you're learning or trying to do. Okay, here we go. 2nd string, G note, 3rd fret. I'll go slow. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, Okay, make sure that you got all the notes. Ukulele should be in tune so you can match up your notes with my notes. And you've decided on your finger. One more time, same thing. About the same speed, maybe a little slower. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Okay? We're going to try it one more time, but when we go up, we're going to stop on that high G string, G note on the 10th fret first string. Okay? Then we're going to descend. There you go. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Pause. Descend with the G string. Excuse me, the G note. Here we go. G, F sharp, E, D, C sharp, B, A, G. So basically, I'm using the same fingering pattern when I'm coming down. And I would say if you're using the other style with just 3 fingers, you probably want to use the same fingering pattern that you're doing. What's you got to keep in mind is that when you're doing an extended scale, okay, you're utilizing a lot of the fretboard, and therefore the alternation of your fingers. Okay, you want to keep them to some kind of pattern, so when you go up, it stays in that pattern. When you come down, your fingering stays in that pattern. So it kind of keeps the same repetition and format of how the fingering moves. Okay, so that really helps. If you start switching up the patterns on your finger, you're going to really have to take note of that, keep track of that, because it can mess you up when you're playing faster and when you're playing, farther up the fretboard. So keep that in mind. You probably want to start off, whatever way you're doing it, my way or your way, keep the same fingering pattern, going up and coming down. Okay, let's try it one more time, descending from the high G note on the 10th fret, first string. Here we go. G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G. Okay, so if you need to pause the tutorial, try that. Try the ascending and then the descending. And then when you're ready, we're going to go on to the ascending, descending with a pause. Okay, so pause the tutorial, try it out for about a couple minutes, and then we'll get started in about a second. Okay, so you're ready to move on. We're going to ascend, stop at the high G note, pause for about a second, then we're going to descend, coming back down to the lower G note. Here we go. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Pause. G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G. Okay, we're going to try that one more time, exactly the same way. If you need to, what I'll do is I'll pause a little longer at the high G, maybe 2 seconds, just for you to get a bearing and get ready for the descending G scale. Okay, one more time. I'll just pause for just slightly, and then maybe another second, and then I'll start my descent. Here we go. Going up. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Going down. G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G. Okay, now give that a try. So what you want to be able to do is to go up and down with a slight pause on the high G string. Slight pause. give that a try, and then we'll get started on doing the entire scale, going up and coming down with no stops, one continuous motion. Pause the tutorial, try it out, and we'll get started in about a second. Okay, so you're kind of ready? Let's give it a try. So we're going to ascend and descend with no pauses. No pauses, okay? Here we go. Not too fast. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G. One more time, maybe a little bit slower, okay? Here we go. G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, D, C, B, A, G. So that's what you want to do. That's the final outcome. That's what you really want to do when you're practicing your scales, going up, ascending, descending, and no pauses. And the main thing is you keep it smooth. Keep in mind is when you're ascending, let me show you what I'm talking about. When I get to the switch from the D note to the E note, you're really switching fingers from a baby finger to the first finger. So it's kind of a jump. So it'd be going G, A, B, C, D. Here's that jump where you jump from the first finger up to the 7th fret. Okay? See that first finger from here goes all the way up to here. Your baby finger was there, so it's sliding up for the first finger. Okay, so if you're going too fast, let me show you what's going to happen. If you're going too fast, what happens is that you hear a sliding note when you're trying to get to that E note on the 7th fret. For instance, you hear that sliding note because you're going too fast. Okay? I may say it sounds good, but first try to get your notes clean first in a kind of staccato. And then as you get more flavorful in your playing, you can throw in the slide. But definitely get the basic notes first before you start throwing in the slide note. You know that slide note there? And go at a speed that's comfortable and smooth. And you're getting all the notes. And you're even and smooth. So don't worry about speed in the beginning. Just make sure that you get it, all the notes, you're getting it smooth, you're comfortable. If you make a mistake, you gotta stop and you gotta go slower. The speed that you play the scale, the fastest speed that you play the scale should be one that you're not making a mistake. If you can play without any mistakes comfortably, that's when you start to speed up. Don't try to speed up too fast. Okay. So back up to the tutorial, give it a try all the exercises leading up to that final scale exercise run where you're ascending and descending, no pauses, it's smooth. And don't worry about speed, don't worry about playing it fast. Make sure that you listen to the tutorial again, get all the intricate little bits of pieces of information so you can better do the scale that's comfortable for you. Okay, so when you are ready and comfortable to move on to the next lesson, we'll see you then.